Don't you die on me, damn it! He's robbing!
Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in B-fib!
Clear!
No response, hit him again!
Clear! How's he doing?
Well, he stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma.
What about him?
He, took some shrapnel. To the head.
Came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face. The man who sold the world. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for fallen land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed and gazed stare at all the millions here. We must have died alone.
كيفك سامع؟ V has come to.
V has come too.
Who is man? Ακούς με? Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod if you can hear me. Look up, please. Very good. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Erseme. Try not to panic. Now. You'll be all right. Just rest.
How do you feel?
But have stated that the reason for the crash was an as yet inexplicable fire in mid-flight. The searchers end with a confirmed death toll of 94 and another 32
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed.
appears to have been the withdrawal of
Nurse,
Army support, and sources suggest this may be part of a cover-up.
don't worry. You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS. Now, I need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed. 9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within you. In addition to shrapnel, we also found fragments of human bone and human teeth. Most of it was removed, but some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and in your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex. We couldn't give you an MRI, the metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is of your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave. Nosocoma, γρήγορα! Try to calm down. Calm down. Please, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Yes. Calm down. Yes. Better. Yes.
Έμεινε σε κατάσταση πλαστική εγχείρηση.
κάποιος ήδη γνωρίζει ότι έχει ξυπνήσει. Διαντρέχει μεγάλο κίνδυνο. Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον για εγχείρηση. Δεν το πιστεύω. It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world up there, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you, as you've lived until this day. I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. Very good. Now, let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name, your past. Everything feels all right?
Not yet. The patient in the next bed saw my face. Of course. Consider it done.
Yeah.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Who are you?
Who am I? You're talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael.
What the hell is going on?
Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
Well, that was quite a reveal, wasn't it? I mean, it's obvious in some places, but I mean, if you choose to ignore a bunch of the stuff that happens, then it's like, wow, sure, go ahead. But a bunch of points in the game just make it like really quite obvious. Thinking back in retrospect,
We're getting out of here. Move it.
It's too clear the whole time. Specifically with how some words are put together in phrasing and sentences, and just yeah.
Let's take the stairs.
That's still funny. 41 episodes later, it's still funny. So this is just a rehash of the same basic mission up until like one point. So I'm just gonna fast forward it.
This way, boss. Hurry. Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go. I'll handle the rest. Here. That's your name as of today. Best change your face, too. Now this one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake. He believes it, too.
My very own Phantom, huh?
Boss, the whole world wants your head. Don't worry, he can handle it. Move now. Quickly.
Aren't you forgetting something? We'll meet again.
Right.
anesthetic. We have to open her now. Boss.
Now do you remember who you are? What you were meant to do?
I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too. No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're Big Boss.
That was the second ending to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and I understand that it fits within the chronology. I'm not one of those guys who says, "Oh, I wasn't playing as Big Boss the whole time. I hate the game. It's stupid." No, my problems lie a little deeper. With Konami. And with delays and empty promises. One of the biggest things that was touted before launch was the ability to go back to Camp Omega, and that's nowhere in the game. One of the other big things is a huge amount of missing content. There were promised to be like 5 chapters, and there's 2. Not. If Chapter 3 is the thing, fine. But on top of that, the next ending, the nuclear ending, which we now know how to unlock at this time, just hidden from us. And Mission 51, cut completely. Again, like I said in the last thing, it's on the Blu-ray. You get the details and the art, and people made videos like over it, explaining like what it would have been and how it would have worked. it explains what happened. If you don't want to look, it explains what happens to Eli and Sahelanthropus after he leaves. He just suddenly leaves, as you had seen, and he doesn't come back. And there's no way to fill that. God damn it. There's so... The problems that I have with Metal Gear Solid 5 have to do not with the game, but with the way the whole situation was conducted. Again, the missing content is huge. And like it's one of the reasons that I'm not panning the game, but it's one of the reasons that I think it's definitely not as good a game as it ever could possibly be. It's missing far too much. We were lied to, we were swindled, we were misled. I personally, the day of, personally bought the hardcover strategy guide because I wanted the maps, and like it fucking looks sick. I was so hype for this game, as I know so many people were, and it exceeded gameplay wise, but when it comes to story, it didn't connect. It didn't have that missing link, that big, like all it was like I said, I foreshadowed it. He flips the tape, it skips 10 years and says, oh, this is Solid Snake's infiltration for Metal Gear 1. It doesn't make a link besides that. It doesn't have the link that everybody expected it to be, where you would directly take on Solid Snake. Like the twist that there's two big bosses, and that one is just the fucking medic, who's just an allegory for your control, which is Metal Gear Solid 2's ending, but in the reverse, and definitely not even close to as well done. It's frustrating, because it could have been handled so much better. And I don't know if it was on Kojima's part or if it was Konami. I mean, we don't know what to believe with whatever is being said, and what bad blood may or may not exist. There's no proof. The Never Be Game Over Reddit thread, it's nuts. It's lousy with theories. It's full of just bullshit and things picked apart. Like, Skullface didn't even have like a proper send-off. Like, there was no huge boss fight. There was missing. There's big missing. Like, there could have been like a jail scene. There's no the iconic things that we've come to see from a Metal Gear game that are like staples, like huge fist fights, big. I mean, we had one Metal Gear fight, but that was it. The big boss fight at the end of the game was not... It was tanks. You fight Sahelanthropus Next mission 45. You fight Sahelanthropus 15 missions before the actual ending of the game. And I understand you wanted to split it up in chapters. You wanted to make chapter 2 race, but you didn't. It's not performed correctly. It's lacking. It is lackluster. And as I was saying, through all the middle missions that weren't like the first like 12 to the last like 3, completely and utterly useless wastes. They're not memorable. Like, you get Code Talker's mission, sure. You get Metallic Archaea, yes. You get back up, back down, fuck back up, back down, but I'm gonna remember that for a long time. But then you get you get missions like I'm looking. You get missions like Root Cause. You don't know what that is. You get mission called rescue the intel agents. Obviously, you rescue 2 intel agents, but like, it's not memorable. Footprints of Fandoms. Tell me what that one is. Do you know? It's Walker Gears. It's so fucking, like, there was a lot of time and the effort and love spent into making the engine and making like the ideas like that Kojima wanted to come to life, but it falls short because of the limitations of what Konami or Kojima or whatever just didn't let it happen. Back in the E3 trailers and all the things people were hype over, things looked cleaner when it came to, say, the iDroid. The things that are featured in this game lost its touch when it actually came out because of the overhauls that the system had to go through in order to... I assume it has to do because of last-gen consoles having to play it too, but there's so much missing. I beat Peace Walker a few weeks ago, right after beating Metal Gear Solid 4. And people say that Metal Gear Solid 4 is the weirdest feeling Metal Gear game. This one feels and controls the best, and it has like espionage-y things, but this is the least Metal Gear game I have played. I love it. I love the ideas. I love the characterizations. I love the lines. I love... God, that... Ooh, I could listen to that forever. But it falls so short of the mark it was supposed to be making from the start that it's barely worth... All of the reviews for like IGN or whatever gave it 10. Like all the gaming people, all the companies that review things gave it 10 across the board. Perfect game, 100% love it. When there's clearly issues therein, it's missing. It's empty, and it, much like its title, it feels like a phantom pain. We were given all this stuff and it was taken away and we require it. If DLC happens in the future and we get Quiet officially back instead of just a patch that lets us use her again, or continuation to a story, or chapter 3, then I'll feel better about the game. I really wanted Metal Gear Solid 5 to be my game of the year. I didn't buy very many video games this year. I just hope Fallout 4 doesn't fall in the same areas. Because if not, then my game of the year is going to have to be Transformers. Not that this is an issue, but if they don't reach the hype that people and I have bestowed upon it, which it's going to happen. It's going diminishing returns. It's going to be a thing. But if there's a huge difference between what's teased and what the final product is for no reason or no discernible reason, and you don't deliver on what's promised and you disappoint your fan base,
What was it all for?
I don't know.
If the boss has some plan, what is it?
The real big boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
New nation?
A military nation above and apart from all. The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But until it's complete, we support the other Big Boss. The Phantom carries on his legend, his meme. That is Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
One day, the age of Big Boss's sons will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play. Building the foundation for a revolution led by both Big Bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss can go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
You know, sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday, too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cypher, I'll aid the other son. And then you and I will be enemies, too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
It's not a 10. It's not a 10. The way it plays, the way it feels, gameplay alone, it's definitely the best playing game I have played in a while. But when it comes to the rest of the things, tarnishing it all, it's lacking. And I can't give it higher than like I wanted to say a 7, but 6.5 might. If I could compare it to James Bond movies, Daniel Craig's 2 movies after Casino Royale aren't very Bond movies. This is the least Metal Gear game out of the whole saga. And I can't give it any higher than a 7. I want to say 6.5, but I'll give it a 7 because it has redeeming qualities. It really does. It has so much replayability. I mean, I've beaten it twice now. It just falls flat on where it was supposed to deliver in content, and that's the biggest disappointment for this game. Quiet was the best character of the game, and she said all of those lines only at the end of the game. She had the clearest arc of it all, and she didn't speak a word until the end. Well, at the beginning, but till the end. And still she's sexualized like crazy. I don't want to get into that topic, but there's issues there. 7 out of 10. Not even a solid. It's a very weak, flimsy 7 out of 10. I just hope Kojima, wherever he goes next or whatever he does in the future, he expands upon his ideas that he had and really kicks the shit out of this game. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to that whole thing. You really didn't need to. If you wanted my opinion, then sure. But it means a lot that you watch, and I appreciate it. Next up, more Fallout 4. If I haven't already finished Transformers, I finished recording it today. So I finished like both of my games today. So that they're both ending soon. Fallout 4 is obviously still in production, and I have side projects which at the time of this release might not have been out yet, but I'll make a video about that if that's not out. Next game coming in this repertoire is likely Yoshi's Woolly World. If it's not a full playthrough of that, that'll be a hot seat episode. And if it's not that, I'm just gonna play the fucking Deadpool game. Why the fuck not? Have a good day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Go back to promotional material and remember why Metal Gear Solid 5 was supposed to be so good. Have a good day.